a good view of the Arsenal shape when they're defending. Is a 4-4-2. Two strikers, Russo and Stenia supplying the press. Here's Mamiki going for goal, and Zinsberger had to watch it carefully. She was stretching to get there in time. A good effort by the Japan international.
And this is why Mamiki is a threat.
Williamson. Lead in field for Pelova. And now forward, and it's Beth Mead! It's brilliant football by the Gunners. From a standing start to 100 miles an hour. And Beth Mead kept her head, kept her composure, and found the back of the net as well. Arsenal lead 1-0.
Incisive, creative attacking play from Arsenal here. 1-2 touch play to find Mead off the back shoulder. And who's there to smash the back of the net? Beth Mead with this brilliant finish.
Tuta Antala, she's picked out Mamiki as well. Who has stayed in, and it's Tierney with the strike! Pushed away by Zinsberger again. And she wants more from the officials. She felt the ball had gone out of play. Stenius making her 50th appearance in the WSL. Sorry, Pelova making her 50th appearance for the Arsenal. Here's Fox going for goal this time, and she got much closer. Not much further out. Perhaps has a taste for it now, the American. So here is the change. And it's Stina Stenius who will make way. Freedom on him. Oh, come on, in midfield. What a lovely moment. Incredibly popular figure here. One back by Catley, who can still go here. Forward is the option to her left. There's a Russo there too! And Russo makes it too! Well, we said the Gunners would be far more comfortable with a second. And they replied in some style. Steph Catley, the instigator. And it was taken so well by Alessia Russo.
The way she just takes that ball and that strike, she takes it so early, Liza Kopp can't get down quick enough.
One back by Little. Fox. Wide for Mead. Score of Arsenal's first this afternoon. Finds Little. Mead again. Pelova continued her run. And that's a really nice cross. Somehow has not got in. It has now. And it's Beth Mead with her second of the afternoon. Alicia Kopp did so well to deny Alessia Russo from close range. But when you deny one, the other's going to pop up straight away. Arsenal make it 3 and surely wrap up all 3 points.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Breakdown Live here at Emirates Stadium, where there is 5 to go, and tonight Chelsea come to town. Alongside me, Adrian, Clarke, as always. Evening, mate.
Good evening. Yeah, 5 to go. It's a 5-game season. That's what it's come down to. I'm super excited. You know, two London derbies in a week against two of our big rivals, and the opportunity to win both those games to send us into the finals 3 in the mix. It's really got the juices flowing for me, and I just hope that we can go out there and deliver.
Yeah, and once we get up to the studio, we're going to talk about the performance against Wolves in more detail, but just coming off the back of a win, a good win as well, up at Molineux.
I liked it.
Important.
Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was a good professional performance, better energy levels, particularly. We seemed to get stronger the longer the game went on. We didn't really give Wolves a sniff. Had 6 touches in our box the whole game. You know, yes, it was depleted Wolves, but I thought we played well. And Declan Rice, our midfield, are really good. So, yeah, look, hopefully they'll be at it again tonight against a Chelsea side that, for me, have a lot of talent, and they're always going to be dangerous, but they're not a team. They're not a team yet. We've got to play on that. We've got to really go at their throats tonight and tear into them and get the job done.
Yeah, agreed. Right, the players tasked with getting the job done then. If you've not managed to see the starting lineup just yet, I'll run you through it. As always, in goal, David Raya, and then it's White, Gabriel Saliba and Tomiyasu at the back. So Tommy comes in, then Partey into the midfield alongside Rice and Ødegaard, and then Trossard, Saka and Havertz complete the 11. So I guess the big talking point there, we'll talk about Tomiyasu in a sec, but Thomas Partey into the team.
Yeah, I had a feeling this might happen. I think he impressed, I thought, at Molineux when he came off the bench. We certainly finished the game really, really strongly. And he just looked a bit more like his old self. And a fit and healthy and in-form Thomas Partey gets in our team, doesn't he? He just does. Yeah. And with this game tonight, Tottenham potentially at the weekend, obviously Jorginho's done such a good job for us in midfield in the big games. Maybe he's saving Jorginho for Sunday. So today is the day, I think, to make that switch. Makes sense. I just hope that he can bring his A game, because if Thomas Partey brings his A game, our midfield has a whole new dimension. It really does. It's
also incredibly important. You know, the games are coming thick and fast at the moment. It feels like only yesterday that we were doing the Wolves game, and here we are again. You know,
I know.
So
before that, the Bayern.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we've had so many games, haven't we? It's crazy.
Yeah.
And you need to draw on your squad. You need to trust your squad. And tonight he's put a lot of faith in Thomas Partey. Also, obviously, Tommy at left back. So, yeah, look, I like the look of the team. I wouldn't have been upset to see Martinelli start, because obviously he didn't start the last game. He's been kind of lightly raced, hasn't he, in recent weeks. And I think Chelsea will play Alfie Gilchrist, young player, possibly at right back tonight. So he's someone, obviously, that's young and hungry and determined to show his best self, but someone who's also inexperienced. And, you know, who would he rather not face? I potentially think that the speed of Gabriel Martinelli, but we'll see him probably at some point.
Yeah, the other massive bit of team news, it doesn't actually concern us. It is know, Cole Palmer is not in the starting 11 and he's not on the bench, not fit to be involved tonight.
I'm not going to pretend I'm not delighted by that. You know, it doesn't mean that we're going to win the game, but Chelsea with no Cole Palmer is a weaker Chelsea. He scored a third of their goals. He's a terrific talent. He's been one of the players of the season so far, and I'm delighted that he's not fit to play. Obviously, we wish him well. Hope he recovers from illness. But, yeah, I think it feels like a result for us. It's not just him. Malo Gusto doesn't make it either. Thiago Silva is left on the bench, which is a surprise to me. So, yeah, they've got their central midfield looks strong, but the rest of the 11 looks a little bit patched up. So, hopefully, we can take full advantage.
Yep, fingers crossed. Right, let's head down to Nicole Holiday now, who is at the team bus arrivals. Nicole.
Thanks, guys. Yes, I am here at the players' entrance. The players are getting off the coach. They're coming through right now. We just had to run in here to make it in time. You might be able to hear that the supporters outside are going wild. They are clapping so loudly because they are buzzing for tonight's game. Arsenal versus Chelsea in the Premier League. And you know what? I'm excited. I'm also a bit nervous because this is so important. We've only got a few games left until the end of the season, so every game counts. I'm trying to keep an eye on who's actually walking past. Okay, they're all coming off now. They're looking at what we're doing. They've got such nice backpacks, haven't they? I always say this, but they're in the zone. I'm trying to not put them off too much. Saliba's over there. I think he's having some pictures with some supporters, which is so cute. Declan, head down. he's getting ready because, like I said, this game is massive. Zinni just said hi to us. Guys, I'm excited, I'm nervous, but I'm feeling a bit confident as well. Right, I'm going to get some food, chill out, calm down a bit before kickoff. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nicole. We'll hear from Nicole later on in the show. And me and Clarke have been joined by a couple of guests.
We have, yeah.
And our global representation continues because from Arsenal, Mumbai, we've got Abhishek and Janesh with us right now. Evening, guys.
Good evening.
Hello, hi. How's everyone doing?
Yeah, really good. How are you doing? Are you excited for this one? Looking forward to it? It's a big game that you've come to.
Every game is a big game now, yeah? For sure.
So how often do you get to come to the games here, and how many supporters from the Mumbai Supporters Club are at this particular match tonight?
So for tonight, there are seven of us here from Mumbai, but our fan base is so big that we get ticket requests for every match day for home games. But
When you say big, how much is the membership now?
So at this point in this season, we have like 550 plus members with membership, but then that keeps increasing over the years. So we started with 200 and now we're 550. We'll keep on increasing.
Very nice.
I know there's a big following in India now for Arsenal, and I'm not saying it's all down to Ranveer Singh, but I know he has been following the Arsenal for a little while as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I remember the first time when Henry was in town and then Ranveer showed up, and it was like a big deal, right? Like now we're getting publicized everywhere across Bollywood. So yeah, it does help the fan base, but I'm sure we have a really loyal fan base as well.
Well, hopefully we can get Ranveer popping in for Arsenal Mumbai. That'd be good in the future.
What about tonight then, boys? Chelsea at home, big London derby, but we're red hot favourites. Are you confident?
It's that point of season where we just need 3 points. It can be 1-0, 2-0, I don't care, but we just need 3 points at this point.
Not gonna give us a prediction.
I would say we're going to run probably 3-0.
Bit superstitious.
Right? I'm pretty confident about this one. Yeah?
Bit superstitious. I never do the
He's gone
prediction.
massive. He's gone 3-0.
3-0?
3-0 down this end. Yeah.
No prediction this end. It's fine.
All right. Well, listen, boys. Lovely to see you. Enjoy tonight.
Yeah,
and 3-0. We hope that rings
enjoy
true.
the game,
We'll do a quick
lovely
substitution
to see you. Yeah.
because from Arsenal Mumbai, we switch to Amelia and Nikolai, who come straight in from Arsenal Bulgaria.
Hello, good to see
Lovely
you.
to see
Hello.
you guys. Yeah, brilliant. Got such a quick switch. So, how are you feeling ahead of tonight?
Absolutely great. I'm really happy to be here.
You're actually on the grass as well of the pitch. How does that feel?
For the first time, here, 30
see, I don't-
people from Bulgaria, and 30 people from Bulgaria to support the club for a big win tonight.
For a big win tonight. Let's hope so.
Yeah, I don't associate Bulgaria with having lots and lots of Arsenal fans. Tell us about the membership of the supporters club and how many Gooners are out there.
You'd think Bulgaria is a small country, but in terms of Arsenal fans, it's more than 900 of us. Yeah, every year we grow and we grow more. And I would say we have a really good fan base. And even locally, every big city in our country has its own branch. So we're doing quite good in recent years.
And you get to watch Arsenal matches together sometimes as well?
Me, I can confirm I don't miss a game with my friends, with local Gooners, so I'd say it's a really good experience every game.
And are you seeing the amount of Arsenal fans grow? Is it getting bigger?
Actually, in Bulgaria, Arsenal Supporters Club, Bulgaria is the largest supporters club of a foreign football club.
Wow.
So we're nearly 1,000 people.
So basically, there's more Arsenal fans in Bulgaria than any other team.
Probably, yes.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
Well, look, if we keep playing this kind of football, we're going to get the next generation of fans, aren't we? Because, keep winning, playing the lovely football, it's only going to grow. Have you been to Emirates many times before?
I've been quite a few times here because I used to live in London, so I've visited the Emirates many times, but it's always good to be back.
Yeah. Well, listen, guys, it's a pleasure to have you with us tonight. Pitch side as well. Brilliant having you on the show. Good luck. Enjoy the game tonight. All right. Nice one, guys.
Yeah,
Cheers.
okay, yeah,
lovely to see you. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
From
Two fan
Mumbai
clubs.
to Bulgaria, love it.
We're going global. That's just the world tour for us in pre-season,
It's going to
Clarke.
be some tour, isn't it? Absolutely. We've got to get the return invites, right, haven't we?
Yeah. Get it sorted.
This
Come
is
on.
going to be amazing. Just the whole summer break. We're just going to do a global tour.
Right, shall we do the quiz question?
Oh, it's a tough one tonight.
Oh,
It's
let's
a
do
tough
it.
One.
Right.
You got to be of a certain age, I think, to get this one.
It is a good one. Right, here we go. Who scored our goal in Chelsea's first visit to Emirates Stadium in May 2007? So I'll give you that once again. Who scored our goal in Chelsea's first visit to Emirates Stadium in May 2007? Oh, tough. While you have a think about that and we head up to the studio, let's hear from the gaffer when he sat down with the press ahead of this match.
Mikel, a great result at the weekend. It's left this Premier League title race looking very exciting, but has there been a need for a different message to the players this week, given the teams you're playing are Chelsea and Tottenham, who of course will be very keen to stop Arsenal winning?
Same message is keep doing what we've been doing. Focus on the game, on the task, prepare the game really well, as we have tried to do with the time that we had available, and the boys looked ready to go again.
How much character is your team showing at the moment after the win at the weekend, after the week you had?
As it was a good test to see how we react to certain obstacles, and how much we wanted basically, and what we are capable of doing when the task raises the level of demands, and some people are questioning. Is the moment that you have to step up, and certainly the team did that.
Mauricio Pochettino has said that Cole Palmer is a doubt for this game. How big a boost would that be, given he has been their outstanding player this season?
I don't know. We have no control on the players' availability. We have control in ours, and whatever they put out there, when you look at the squad that they have, the quality that they have, it's great. I think they're doing very, very well. I think they're doing much better than people talk, and it will be a tough match tomorrow for sure.
Have you been surprised that, given you mentioned the quality in the Chelsea team, that they're in the league position they're in? And are there any comparisons to be made maybe in your early days, what Mauricio Pochettino was having to deal with at the moment in terms of the project and improvement?
I think the journey of those clubs are very, very different. Nothing to compare, in my opinion. It's a huge admiration for Mao, because I know him since 23 years ago, and I really wish him all the best. He's an incredible manager. He's a huge leader, and he will inspire that club to get where they want to get. That's for sure.
A big talking point in the last couple of days, generally in the Premier League, has been around match officials. Nottingham Forest. Do you think it was right for Nottingham Forest to question the integrity of the match officials in the way they did yesterday?
I don't know. I'm not involved in that. I've been involved in a few, and that's nothing for me to comment.
Do think back to the Newcastle game earlier in the season when Arsenal kind of called for an improvement in the standard of officiating. Are there any comparisons to be made to some of yesterday's decisions, that maybe there's still work to be done?
No, I don't know. I think we are all trying to improve the game in the best possible way, and we are all aligned. Things are going to happen. They will happen in the future as well. And yeah, when it touches you, it's very difficult, and you have to sympathize with that, because yeah, we've all been there.
Just finally, do you think the way the referees are selected for games, is that a fair process at the moment?
I don't know. We are not involved in that. I'm sure they are doing whatever they think is the best solution, the best process, and it's constantly in review. Everything that we do is evolving and is in constant evolution, and they will try to get it better and better, and I'm certain that that will happen.
Nick from the PLP.
Hi, Mickey.
Hi.
Good afternoon. How big was that win at Wolves after a couple of difficult results? It felt like a very mature performance by Arsenal.
In terms of size, it was quite good. It really meant a lot to us. We are in a great position in the Premier League. We've been like this for 9.5 months, and we want really to give it a real go, and be really determined to do what is in our hands to try to lift that trophy. And tomorrow we're going to have a very tough opponent in front of us, and we will try to overcome that opponent again.
The fact this season there are 3 teams involved in the title race, it feels it's more challenging, it's more exciting, and the margins are tighter. Would you agree with that?
They are, because obviously you depend on another 2 teams as well, and you talk about, as I always said, the best 2 teams in the decade of this league. In my opinion, 2 of the best in the history of this league. So this is where we are.
What do you make of Chelsea in the last couple of months, despite the defeat at Wembley against City? We can clearly see the improvement. When you face them in the winter, they managed to really challenge you.
Yeah.
What do you expect tomorrow?
Huge improvements. I think they deserve to be in a much higher position in the league when you look at what they've done and what they produce in games. They have reached a final. They have reached a semi-final. They could have been through. So I think what Mauricio is doing is really impressive, and I'm sure that he's going to get them there.
Ian, top sport.
Hi, Mikael, how are you?
Hi, very good, thank you.
Do you enjoy playing against, or pitting your wits against Mauricio Pochettino? I know he's a good friend of yours.
Enjoy. I have to play against him. He needs to play against me. It's a huge club. It's a London derby. It's a massive game for us, and we have prepared the best possible way.
In terms of officials, you were asked about earlier. You said that you think things will change in the future. Do you think things need to change in the future? Do you think that we have a great product on the pitch, see loads of goals, great title race? There's just one little thing letting it all down at the moment. Do you think it needs to change?
No, I think it evolves. I think it will evolve because the game is evolving, and the officiating will evolve in direction with the game probably, and the technology as well. And there will be new rules for sure, and they will implement new rules in the future. We have to be open to that.
Because it seemed last week in the Champions League, VAR decisions were made a lot quicker. Was that your perception that things are different in Europe compared to here at home?
It was super fast. I was fascinated. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You can really see in 2 seconds 5 different screens. So I would like to review that process.
Finally, after the game on Saturday, Pep Guardiola brought up the schedule again. The fact that City had to play Wednesday and then the FA Cup semi-final Saturday. You're playing Saturday and now on Tuesday. I just wanted your idea about whether or not the schedule, the calendar needs to be looked at. Maybe managers need to be spoken to by not only those putting the games on, but also by their chief execs who sign the things that say not only these games they're happy for them to play, but also that tours before and after seasons can go ahead.
Yeah, but I already gave my opinion last week about it, and I understand that is a really important topic, but I said what I think, and let's see, there are some improvements, and we look after the players as good as we possibly can between all of us. It's not just an individual responsibility, it's all the factors. The clubs are involved heavily as well, with the broadcaster, with the FA. It's a lot of decisions to be made, and I think we really need to sit down and rethink what we are doing.
George, BBC, special day, happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Got a nice cake here if you want some.
For all of us.
Yeah, well, that's it. No, thank you. I just wondered on Saka and Declan Rice and their scheduling, a lot of your players, I think some of them are close to playing sort of 50 games now. And Arsene Wenger used to say that they'd have this red zone, and I know Arsenal do a lot of work on stats. So how close are your players to being burnt out with scheduling and what they're going through at the moment with seasons? Are they almost like they can't wait for the season to end just to get a couple of weeks off?
I don't know. When I see them this morning, I had to stop them because winning as well is a big boost of energy. And after the performance against Wolves and winning and having to play a London derby tomorrow, everybody's ready for it. Something else is, yes, the amount and the volume of those games. It's not the moment for us to look at that. We have to think in a positive way and feel and think that we are fresh to perform the best possible way.
When you talk about officiating evolving, would you be open to maybe looking at refs from other countries coming to the Premier League? Do you think that would help? Because you could arguably get the best refs in Europe to come and officiate possibly in the Premier League. Would you be in favour of that?
Oh, no, we have to open to everything. So we have owners from everywhere. We have sporting directors from everywhere, managers, players. I don't know. I think we have to look in-house, and I think there is already a very strong program to develop referees because it was something it was already explained that it would take some time to process. But they are on it, so we're not going to make that decision. That's a decision for them to understand who is the best to take charge of that.
We have made our way to the studio, and an absolutely incredible studio audience, everybody. Yes. Very, very good-looking studio audience today, Clarke.
Bit leery.
Very leery. Very, very leery. Right, before I give the answer for Clarke's question, because I know none of you heard the question.
That's too young.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I knew it.
Okay.
But how's everyone feeling? Everyone good? The mic's there. If you want to chat, feel free to grab it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Chelsea coming to town. There's no Palmer, there's no Gusto, but I'll be honest, I wasn't scared of them anyway. I think we should be comfortably dispatching those guys. So.
Yeah. Peter's loving it as well. You know what I mean? DJ Peter, absolutely loving it. We'll just wait for him to finish his very important announcement, and we'll carry on. There we go. There we go. Right, I'll do Clarkie's question. Right, and I want you lot to answer this. Who scored our goal in Chelsea's first visit to Emirates Stadium in May 2007? Who's got a name? Ooh, 2000. Yeah, who scored our goal? Chelsea's first visit. Let's stop with the follow-up questions. You've had your question. Just throw out some names. Come on. Not Theo Walcott.
Central midfielder.
No. Yeah, Gilberto Silva. There he is. Unbelievable scenes. It's a good crowd tonight. Right, and I should say, if you want to be in the crowd at some point in the future, there is the My Arsenal Rewards voucher code that will appear on the screen. You can redeem that in the portal. 50 points tonight.
That's a bit skinny.
Yeah,
it's a little bit skinny.
Tight.
It's a little bit skinny, but look, we'll take it.
It was 200 the other night,
You
wasn't
take
it?
every 50 you can get.
That's a shocker.
But yeah, look, it's been brilliant to have so many guests this season. Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Right, well, we've got another guest to have on now. And this man, you might know him as Matt Does Fitness, or Matt Marisa. But I know him as Legend from Gladiator. Come on, let's get Legend up. Let's get Legend up.
There you go. Come here, nice to meet you.
You too, mate.
Yeah, look at that.
Am I here? Am I supposed to?
Yeah, in the middle. In the middle's good. If you can fit, you know. Yeah. How's life, mate? You know.
It's good. It's very good. Yeah.
A whirlwind at the minute.
Yeah. The last. Since January, things have been pretty wild. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're in Gladiators, which for our
not just in
international,
it,
he's like literally one of the main guys, and you can tell he's quite arrogant in Gladiators as well. That's his Gladiator. I don't want to get punched here. I better be careful. He's quite big. Yeah. But one of the things I noticed from when I watched it is you got the Arsenal tattoo, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, we got to get him on.
I was waiting.
Yeah.
I was waiting for. I was almost, you know what I mean, trying to like give it to the camera. Yeah, finally.
So where's that Arsenal love story beginning?
Well, my whole family, especially so my dad's. They're all my dad's side, all based in North London, so they're all Arsenal fans. So I've just been brought up as an Arsenal fan.
Love that.
Yeah.
You from around this neck of the woods? Have you been to lots of games here?
Well, I was born in Southgate. Yes, I've been to loads of games at Highbury, loads of games here. Yeah. I've got early memories of going to like Highbury and Floodlights, and went to a few great games at Highbury.
I went to Derby County. At Highbury. Yeah, we won. I think Mark Poom might have been in goal for them. That's a name, isn't it? Eh? Did you play with him, Clarke?
I didn't play with Mark Poom, no.
Hang on, did we not have Mark Poom on loan?
He definitely played it.
He was in goal for Derby.
He played here for a bit, didn't he? Yeah, but what a show. I mean, my kids love it. I mean, they're always talking about it. You are a legend in our house. They don't stop going on about it. And you became their favourite because of the tattoo instantly. And I think they quite like the cockiness. I mean, you must be blown away because it could have flopped, because it was so popular back when I was a kid. But for me, it's the biggest family show on telly right now.
It is, yeah. It literally is. I think it's the biggest new series in BBC in like 10 years. Yeah. I think it's just a great time. Do you know what I mean? It's the timing is perfect because everyone that watched the original now is in their 30s, 40s. They all have kids. Yeah. So I think the timing is absolutely ideal.
Yeah, because we encouraged them to watch it because we knew that we.
Yeah, and like I said,
it
hasn't strayed away from the music and the colours and stuff.
I've got to ask you about the ref, Mark Clattenburg. Obviously, he's got football connections.
Absolute waste.
I mean, we did. Yeah, you asked Nick. I don't like any of the refs.
Clarke, he's bone to pick with every single ref.
But he's a nice guy, to be fair.
He's all right.
He's a nice guy. Yeah.
But you do give him a little bit of dissent on the show. Is that how you'd be on the football pitch if you were out there?
Yeah. I think it would. Yeah. I mean, the dissent was more so just I think a lack of respect on his side. So I was just just highlighting that. Yeah. I think on the football pitch I'd be. It's more of like a mess. I was a centre back, but more of like a. Imagine like a Lionel Messi, William Saliba had a child.
That's you.
Yeah.
Big expectations. I'm surprised you're not in the starting 11 tonight.
It's only a matter of time.
I'll get on the phone to Arteta and see if I can make it happen. When you were asked to go into Gladiators, because obviously you've been doing your thing on YouTube for ages, right? And you're smashing it on there. But when you were asked to go on to Gladiators, did you realise at that moment how much of a big deal or a big moment it could be for you?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm 38, right? So that was my childhood. I grew up watching Gladiators.
Same.
So for me, I think a lot of the guys are the same. For them, it's like
It sounds cliche, right? If you said a couple of years ago, what would be your life goal? Honestly, think I'd struggle to think of being a gladiator. Do you know what I mean? That is wild, isn't it? Being a gladiator.
Nuts.
So for me, it's like pretty much as good as it gets.
Being a contestant would be enough for me. Like to be an
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
gladiator.
That's what. So
would
like,
be,
when it first came out, I thought being on it would be cool. The fact that I'm now like the best
What's
one.
it like?
It's just outrageous.
What is it like? Just knocking tables out of the
For me,
the
that's like
contenders?
the dreams.
What, just
I'm a
smashing
proper
them?
you come out, you're in Lycra, mate. Everyone, you've got a whole audience, you've got your music and that, and you just pummel contenders, little wheezy contenders for an hour. It's unreal.
We got one of those foam fingers at home, and Evie, my daughter, she said, "Can you get Legend to sign this foam finger? You know, another one bites the dust, sort of thing." I said, "Don't think that's going to work," but yeah,
you didn't bring it.
No, we couldn't do it. We'll do something else. I should have done it, but yeah. It's a great, it's brilliant, and obviously second series, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Have they retained you, or?
I'm not even going to answer that question. I'm well excited. I'm about Series 2. Do you know why? Because Series 1, all the audience were obviously new. Like no one knew who we were. Now it's going to be everyone that comes are going to know who we all are.
Yeah.
So I think the interaction will be even better.
Will there be new gladiators?
No.
Don't need it.
Oh, I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
That's the answer.
I've signed you up,
maybe.
We'll see what happens. Right, we couldn't have you up here without getting you to pick an ideal Arsenal player.
Okay,
so what this is, we do this with a lot of our guests. We get you to pick left foot, right foot, composure, heading, pace and celebration. I'll go through them all again, don't worry, you don't have to remember. So let's do it in order. So left foot, which player are you picking out?
Thinking our best ever left-footed player that springs to mind, or up there.
Yeah, right.
I
had a good left foot, but
Van Persie?
You think of a better left-footed player?
Van Persie's
Ozil's up there, but I think Van Persie in terms of.
I think he's.
We're talking
he's
like in an attacking sense.
Yeah,
brilliant.
However you want.
I think give Odegaard another year. I'd say probably.
Okay.
surpass
Are you
him.
having
I'm saying Van Persie.
Van Persie had a hammer of a left foot.
Yeah,
Great.
Not as much as Podolski, but you know. Yeah.
All
right, we're going Van Persie there, right foot.
Henry.
Yeah.
I could have gone Henry.
I don't think a single person has picked anyone else for right foot yet, but you know, there's still time. Composure.
Joe Ashley Maitland-Niles.
Yeah.
Oh. Joe's penalty. See his penalty for Lille the other day.
Yeah.
What an absolute hero.
That is left field.
Alex Song's a good shout.
Yeah, left field, but I like it.
Yeah.
There's not a cooler penalty taker.
I've never seen a better. Like, it's ridiculous.
Well, Dennis might be somewhere else. Let's wait and see.
They're trying to mix it up.
They're outraged over there. Everyone calm down. Right, heading. Who are we picking for heading?
Heading in an attacking sense.
Whatever you like.
Well, it depends, isn't it? Because Gabriel, but they're not for if you're scoring goals with your head.
We're designing your play. I mean, Gabriel scores loads of goals.
Giroud, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Olivier Giroud, that's a good one. Pace.
There are some fight. I'm saying Henry just because the.
Can you have Henry twice?
No, you can't have Henry twice.
Yeah.
What do you mean? If you've got his right foot, have you not? Do you know what I mean?
You've used him for the right foot.
You're running with that foot, mate.
Legend.
Look, I know you're a legend, but you can't have two picks.
Gonna have to Clattenburg you in, mate. You know.
Okay, Walcott.
Theo Walcott is a good shout. Last one, celebration.
Aubameyang, he had a little flip.
Aubameyang, he had the mask and everything, you know.
Good ones. Celebrations. I think Aubameyang's quite a good one.
Yeah, Emerick Aubameyang. That's a solid player.
He's ruined it now,
but you know, it's a solid player. Solid player. I'm here. I like it.
He had his moments. He won us the cup, didn't he?
Yeah.
Dropped it, but you know. Dropped it.
I couldn't believe that. Brilliant. I mean,
Anyway. Right, Matt, before we let you sit back down, minute to win it. This is the minute that the first goal is going to be scored in tonight's game. You
Any
can see
goal.
Theo Walcott got it on the nose. That's why it says 0. And then Lokonga was 1 minute out underneath. So what minute?
It's a difficult game to predict.
Theo went for his number 14, by the way.
I'm going to say... It could be early, couldn't it? But then I'm going to say like 35.
35. Okay.
How do you feel about that? Ooh, they're not sure. They're not sure in the room.
What do you mean? What are you saying earlier? It could be early.
The amount of heckling tonight is sensational.
Like okay, do you know what?
No, you've said it now.
I won't say it. I'm still talking. No, because I think. I want to predict what I want to happen.
Okay, come on.
I'm more invested.
Let's do it.
7.
7. Okay, they prefer that one. Gets a round of applause. All right, well, let's hear it for Legend, who's staying in with us. Round of applause for Legend. Just take it with you. Love it. Listen,
go with your first. It's like a penalty kick. Don't change your mind.
Yeah.
Don't change your mind.
Yeah. Tell you what, Clarke's going to be a legend in his household now after having the actual legend on the show.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
right, let's talk about Saturday. We got back to winning ways against Wolves. 2-0 victory. We can see the goals. And it was nice to put those 2 defeats to bed, wasn't it?
Very nice, very nice. Look, it was a tough week. Everyone was saying, is this Arsenal season about to collapse? And it didn't, and that's because we put in a really professional performance. I thought it was a better energy about the team. We got loads of players into the box. I know this is the goal. Jesus does brilliantly, doesn't he? And look, people are talking about that being a lucky finish and stuff. I think it's a very good improvised finish from Leandro Trossard. But I love this from Jesus. Look, little bump. It's not a foul.
He's really good at that.
Uses his strength. It's a lovely little assist for Trossard, who just gets something on it, and that was massive, wasn't it? That was the moment we just needed to get the lead. They were quite depleted on the day, Wolves, with injuries, and I just felt that they weren't gonna score. It was a matter of can we hold on or add to it, and eventually we did. Great run from Declan Rice, who I thought was really, really good actually on the day. This was a nice little cheeky finish, wasn't it? I enjoyed this.
The needle stuff.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
I love that from Ødegaard, and I think that was fair. Look, we had 52 touches in their box, and they had 6 in ours, and we're away from home. It was comprehensive, and for that reason, we can't quibble with it. We want something similar tonight. We want domination. We want to tear at Chelsea and give them not a sniff, because they've got talented forwards. I wouldn't say they've got the finished article in any of them, really. You've got the forward line tonight of Madueke, Mudryk and Jackson, all very raw. But they've got the talent and they've got the pace to sort of cause problems. But let's just keep them at arm's length and hopefully, rip apart what is a very patched up back four from them tonight.
Do you think Trossard meant that? I saw a few people online saying he scuffed it. I
don't think he's not aiming for the top corner. He's just aiming to get it towards the corner. I mean, you're stretching. I think it's a really good improvised finish. It's not. Jamie Redknapp could have scored it. It was Sunday League.
So it was a slice, but I think it was a deliberate slice. He was trying to hit it with the outside. Probably sliced it more than he meant, but he was aiming for that region.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, he's just trying to get some contact.
He does that kind of finish.
Next time Jamie Carragher tries to complain about it, we'll send Legend down. I'll give you Legend.
Yeah. He won't be so chippy then, will he?
But yeah, we played well, and also I'm not sure if you mentioned it already, Clarke.
Yeah.
The games we lost, the second half we really faded. And, against Wolves, we just got stronger.
I thought so. Yeah, I thought it was a really dominant performance. 1 or 2 hairy moments at 1-0, you get a little bit nervous. I think we're all the same, but overall, what I really liked about it was that we actually showed a bit more energy than Wolves. I think we're the ones that have had all the fixtures. We've had the punishing schedule, but if you look at some of the numbers, we're going to get them up on the screen now. Look at this. Look how much further we ran than Wolves. I know that doesn't always mean everything, but look, we ran over 5k further than them. We made hundreds more intensive runs, and there's that stat in terms of the getting people into the box. So I was really impressed with the effort. So I compare it to like the London Marathon at the weekend. You got to sort of get through that bit, to the 20-mile mark where people hit the wall. We were hitting the wall, and then we sort of pushed through it, and I thought that was really impressive. Good desire.
Yeah, as someone who's ran the London Marathon, I can relate. I didn't do it on Sunday, just for the record.
Okay,
but, Isle of Dogs, mate, it gets hard round there.
Yeah,
anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about the Arsenal women, because they once again played here at Emirates Stadium on Sunday and got another good result. You were here, weren't you?
Yeah, it was good. We did a breakdown live, myself and Nicole, and look, Leicester sort of held out for a while, but nice little move here, and Beth Mead, as soon as she gets in that position, she's not missing that. Really good crowd again. I think it was about 43,000 here. For Leicester at home, in a match that it's not a title decider or anything. It's a terrific turnout. But look at this. This is a triangle. That's a proper piece of movement. Exactly. Look, that's what your little triangle, little reverse run from Beth Mead, and she sticks it in. And then look, second half, we absolutely destroyed them. Second half. Here's the centre half. Steph Catley winning it once, winning it twice. And then slips in Russo, who smashes it into the bottom corner. She was very good. She played at number 10, but then moved up front in the second half. And then and then we went on to get the third. So look, we qualify for the Champions League with this, so that's good. But really, it's about the title, isn't it? And unfortunately, it feels like City and Chelsea aren't going to lose enough games for us to sort of win the league this year. But we're in the mix, and I think it's been a good season in sort of challenging circumstances. Here's the last goal. It's that Kim Little, isn't it? And goes out to the right. We're really good down the right in this second half. Russo thinks she's got a second, and in the end it's Beth Mead. So yeah, here we go down the right. Cross comes in, brilliant save actually from the keeper, and then Beth Mead says, "Cheers, I'll tap that one in." So yeah, really comprehensive win, and yeah, it was a nice day out. Lovely family atmosphere at the women's games.
And you know, you were the good luck charm, Clarke, because you were doing a show.
Well, sort of. Yeah, I don't think I can take too much credit for that. But what really stood out was all the girls and you know, family groups of families, you know, groups of 4s and 5s all around the stadium. So many children, young girls with placards, "Can I have your shirt?" Alessia Russo, I mean, she only had one shirt. She gave it away, and the girl was right behind where we because we spoke to Alessia after the game. She gave the shirt to a girl behind the camera, just in floods of tears, like she just couldn't believe it. So, you know, when you see things like that, you see what it means to people. It's great that we're putting on the events here at Emirates Stadium.
Well, our media team have been busy as well. Of course, we had Wolves, then we had that game, and then yesterday our under-21s played, didn't they?
Yeah.
We live streamed that one. Yuri and Timber.
Have you seen it?
In action. Here it is. Bang!
Oh, look at that! Look at that
tin opener.
I said sub him off now and play him tonight. You know, what a finish that was.
That is some goal. We need to see a second version of that, a second clip of that. But yeah, what you know, first game for 8 months, and he just curls it into the post this time. That was quality. And it's just food for thought, isn't it?
Just run it again.
Yeah, look, we run it again. Here we go. Let's have one more look at it.
Bang!
Look
Come
at
on.
that.
Yeah,
I mean, that is a beautiful. No. Did he mean it?
Yeah, I think he meant that one. But just brilliant to see him back, you know.
Oh, Messi Saliba over there. I don't know where he's got that in his...
Listen, next season we'll start an actual goal challenge where we get our guests to have to try and replicate a goal or something.
Yeah, some kind of skill-based challenge.
Then we'll see. But just quickly before we get our next guest on, Clarke, it's great to see him back. I know he was subbed off during the second half. You know, wasn't ever going to last the full night. Great to have him back.
Brilliant, yeah. Like I think he'd be, if he was fit and healthy, he'd play left back tonight. I think we know that. You know, Ben White has sort of nailed that position, hasn't he, in terms of right back? But the left back is still open. Zinchenko hasn't quite, you know, fixed that down. Kivior's come in and done well. So's Tomiyasu. But I think Timber's tailor-made for playing that inverted role. Good defender, athletic, suits Arsenal style of play. I'm excited to see him. It's just such a shame. We're probably not going to see much of him in the Premier League this year.
Yeah, a shame. Right, let's get our next guest on. This man is a DJ, producer and Arsenal fan. Let's hear it for Sammy Verdi.
How you doing?
Good to see you, Sammy, mate.
Sammy.
Jump in the middle.
Yeah,
lovely to see you, man. How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, a bit nervous. But also confident. Like, I think they're missing quite a few players. They always do well against us, but I'm feeling confident, but always nervous.
It's good nerves though, because we've had so many years where we're 8th and 5th and 6th and battling for 4th. It's not the same. This is where we've wanted it to be for so long. And I know that last year we had a real taste of it, but this is I've said it before on the show. This is kind of as good as it's been for 15, 20 years. I think we've got to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think a lot of fans as well were, you know, they were upset that we've been kicked out by Bayern Munich and we drew them at home. But like, isn't it nice to be in that position? Like, we haven't been in that position for ages, and we should be proud that we've come this far. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's our first season back in the Champions League as well. You know what I mean? Like that's. I know it's easy to be disappointed, and you know I was disappointed as well because I think that we're a better side on our day versus Bayern on their day. I think we win, but you know, experience won out. Yeah, look, and look, we go again next season.
Yeah.
But for you, I was just reading, you're about to head off to Australia, aren't you? Next month on tour.
In a couple of weeks.
Australia tour, that'll be nice.
Yeah, it's exciting. There's quite a few gooners out there as well.
Yeah, you're gonna link up with a few.
Yeah, probably. But you've got to stay up to like ungodly hours to watch football.
Yeah, there's a lot of supporters clubs out there, and I know you're going to kind of Sydney, Melbourne.
Yeah, I always rep the Arsenal shirts. I'm out there as well.
I have seen on your Instagram you've got a number of different Arsenal shirts as well. So are you a collector?
Yeah, I like to get as many as I can. Yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan because my cousin's an Arsenal fan. He's just out there.
Yeah.
Big up Alex.
There he is. Yeah.
The main
well
man.
Done. Well played. But being a DJ, you're obviously travelling. You got sort of all sorts of hours that you're doing.
Yeah.
Does that mean you struggle to get to games here?
Yeah. And to be honest, I've only just moved to London because I was in Leeds the whole time. So I'd come down for games and stuff. But yeah, so I'm able to go to a lot more now. It's nice, especially for Chelsea game. I'm gassed.
Sitting in hospitality as well, that's not bad, is it? Right, listen, we've got our usual question of the day, and we're going to ask Sammy that question before we hear from some fans. As we're playing Chelsea today, Nigel Winterburn scored an absolute screamer against Chelsea. A few players have, in fact. So have you got a favourite long-range goal, Arsenal goal, ever? Favourite long-range Arsenal goal ever? What springs to mind for you? It's a tough question.
I might go for a recent one.
Go on.
And that was, I mean, it didn't really score, but last season, you know when Jorginho hit it and it went off the post?
Off the keeper,
Emi Martinez, wasn't it?
When that went in, that was insane.
I think that qualifies as a screamer.
That was a screamer. And it was like just to win the game, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was a great moment. Yeah, we were here, weren't we? I think there was a few limbs going on in the box that night, or that day. Yes, we've had some good
For what it meant at the time as well.
Exactly. It was a pity. Yeah, pity it didn't mean anything in the end.
Yeah,
it's a good choice.
Yeah, right. Sammy, let's get a minute to win it from you. This is the minute that the first goal is going to be scored in tonight's game. What minute do you think the first goal?
16th.
Oh, gone straight in, 16th.
No,
16th. So Legend went number 7 earlier.
Well, he went up 35 as he was going up to the spot.
Then he was bullied into changing his mind. Went to number 7. So you've gone for number just 16. Number 16 for Sammy. All right, well, let's hear it for Sammy, everybody. Lovely to see you, mate. Good shout on the question of the day as well. Off the back of Emi Martinez, I think people like that.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, it's a good score. We saw when we had Aaron Ramsey in here, we played his screamer, didn't we? I don't know if you remember that one in the Champions League, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Over in Turkey. That was some goal. That was
a brilliant goal. Well, let's find out what some fans have been saying about it, because Nicole's been out and about with our question of the day. Nicole.
Guys, so you probably remember Declan Rice's incredible goal against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. It was from so far out. So today's question of the day is, what is your favourite long-range Arsenal goal ever? And there's been a few. Come on, let's go. Hello there, young sir. Can I ask you a question? What's been your favourite ever long-range Arsenal goal?
Party against Tottenham.
Were you here for that? Did you see that?
Yeah.
How did you celebrate?
Mental.
I love that. Are there any more that you can think of? I know I'm putting you on the spot, and that is a great answer, but have you got any more?
Offside against Wolves.
I love this. I love your knowledge. Thank you so much. Guys, hello. Can I put you on the spot here? Favourite long-range Arsenal goal ever? You can cast your minds back.
I think Xhaka scored quite a few. He scored against Liverpool 2017. That was a good one. Chelsea scored a few free kicks.
That's the thing. When you say Granit Xhaka, there are so many that we could pick from, because I feel like any goal he scored was from quite far out and an absolute worldie. What about you, sir?
Well, for me, you've got to go for Ian Wright against Yeovil in the FA Cup on his hat-trick, when he chipped one of the greatest non-league goalkeepers ever. I would have to put in Dennis Bergkamp, his first goal for the Arsenal against Southampton at Highbury. You've got to go for Patrick Vieira against United at Highbury, absolute screamer, top bins. Savino against Chelsea away. Nigel Winterburn against Chelsea away. Nigel Winterburn against Wimbledon.
Hold on. We need to pause there, because your memory and knowledge is insane. I wish I had a prize that I could give you, but I don't.
Caravan. I'll go for the caravan, all right?
Wait, how do you remember all of these?
I don't know. It's a lot of grey matter, a lot of hard work.
That is absolutely incredible.
For me, the golden one who's got to get the prize is Charlie George. Charlie George on the turf at Wembley. There's nothing greater. That is Arsenal DNA.
I absolutely love that. Thank you so much. Love that. Thanks, guys. I mean, let's see if anyone can beat that for remembering that many long-range goals. That is obscene. Hello. Can I ask you a quick question, please? What has been your favourite ever Arsenal long-range goal?
Okay, so the one I remember most probably was Thomas Partey against Notts Forest last year. I was in block 25, I think, and we were in front of it, and I said to the guy next to me, he's going to do a John Jensen. And about a minute later, bang, we were direct in front of it, straight in the top corner, and then better still, he repeated against Tottenham.
And
yeah, that's it.
Are you expecting or hoping for another one like that tonight? Of course, this is based on Declan Rice's absolute worldie against Chelsea last time out.
Well, let's hope so.
Thank you very much, Nicole. Some great goals in there, Clarke.
Yeah, that guy, he's rattling off the whole history of the club.
Showing everyone up, wasn't he? Unbelievable. Right, we'll have to press on because we are 15 minutes away from kickoff. So let's get into the number then. And our number tonight, Clarke, is the number 17.
Yeah, look, since the start of last season, Saka's been involved in more London Derby goals than any other player. I think 8 goals, 9 assists. You know, it's a pretty good record. These are the sort of games where he really comes to the fore. What a player! What a season! What a season he's having again. I just think he has been a little bit jaded lately. I think we saw that. But at Wolves, I saw real signs that he's got a little bit of his mojo back. He was skipping past players a little bit more sprightly, I thought. And I also got a little graphic to show you of his shots from the season so far. Look at that domain. That he just owns that area, doesn't he? On the right side of the penalty spot. Look at this. The stars are obviously the goals. The blues are the shots on target. A few off target. Doesn't always score there, but that's his trademark. Getting into that position. I think tonight up against Cucurella. Probably Cucurella is the most senior defender that they've got out there tonight. He's a bit of an awkward customer, but he's not great. I think that Saka can skin him tonight and hopefully get into those areas, drop a shoulder in there, whip it bottom corner, and maybe give him the eyes like he did at West Ham and go into the near post. So yeah, I'm expecting big things from Bukayo tonight.
Yeah, it'd be nice for Bukayo to be back on the score sheet tonight against this Chelsea side, which I think is fair to say. They're having a season to forget, Chelsea.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, they spent, was it £1 billion? I mean, they haven't got a striker. You know, look at the 11 that they've picked tonight. They're just not a team yet, are they? And that whole shenanigans over arguing about the penalty with Cole Palmer, I just thought that was selfish. Just thought it's really embarrassing. I just think if I was the manager there, I'd be looking to maybe get rid of those guys on the basis of that. Because it's like, well, you're not team players. It's all about you. And I think that's the problem with Chelsea. They've signed players on 8, 9-year contracts. They're comfortable. They've got all the money in the world. They just don't really care enough. They've not got that hunger, and they've certainly not got that togetherness or that family spirit that we've got. So we've got to play on that tonight. And you've got to ask questions of a team and really really push them and take them out of their comfort zone. And then you find out how together they are. Yeah, score early, but the tempo, you've got to make life hell for them. You've got to make the Emirates Stadium torture. You want them looking at the clock after 15, 20 minutes thinking, God, when's half time? Because if you're not a team, that you'll crumble in that kind of environment. If it's a slow, laborious match and we let them off the hook, that's where they can maybe pick us off on the counter. So we've got to be careful.
Well, they gave us a game last time out at Stamford Bridge. It was 2-2 draw, wasn't it, that one? And we can see the goals now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long time ago. I mean, yeah, we didn't have our best game, did we? I think that's fair to say. I mean, that's a harsh one.
We're going after London Derby.
Mudrick didn't.
Well, here's our biggest rivals, and we've got to beat them today. That's the end of it. If we're not beating after Spurs, it's got to be Chelsea. We have to beat them. They're our biggest rivals. At the end of the day, you can lose to Palace, it doesn't hurt. Terrible cross. But if you lose to Chelsea, it does hurt. So we've got to beat them today.
Look, I was working with a Chelsea fan yesterday, and he said basically our season is about ruining the title bid for Arsenal. That's how they view it. But look at that moment. That was a great moment for Declan Rice.
It's Chelsea. I don't care.
That's a fantastic finish. Yeah. It's much more difficult than it looks.
That was a great finish. Great finish.
And then, Trossard comes off the bench, doesn't he? And
does what he does.
Does what he does. Yeah, look, no one in Europe's got more goals off the bench than Trossard this season.
This is a great goal.
It's a fantastic volley because he's on the stretch there, and to control that while you're at full stretch, sort of you've got to keep your ankle really sort of stiff just to get a good firm contact on the ball. I think that's brilliant technique.
Player for 25 million quid in a window in January, you cannot be Trossard value for money. You can't. Name a better player for 25 million quid.
Really good fantastic player. No, he's tailor-made for us, and as I always say on the show, that finishing ability of both feet is just perfect.
Yeah, I know we all like to laugh at Chelsea because they're having a tough season, but it's worth pointing out in the Premier League they're in probably the best form that they've been in all season.
They're in good form, 8 unbeaten, 4 wins, 4 draws. They're playing better at the moment, definitely. So they'll take a bit of confidence. They've scored 2 goals, by the way, or at least 2 goals in 4 of their last 6 games. So this is their record against top half teams this year. This is really interesting. So it's a mixed bag. 1-4 drawn, 4 lost, 5. But look, 0 clean sheets in 13 matches against top half. So we've got to score tonight. But the one stat we just flicked off there was failed to score once out of 13. So they've scored in 12 or 13 games against the top half. This is this last 6 games. They're 4th in the form table. So look, they're not coming here in terrible shape, Chelsea. So we'll see. We'll see what Chelsea turns up tonight.
Yeah, I wish we had played them when the game was meant to be on, rather than it being postponed to now. Because Arsenal were on better form, scoring 5s and 6s at the time. Whereas now we've come off the back of a Bayern loss, and we just had to push through against Wolves. So Chelsea, who really don't have much to play for, can come here and have as much fun as they want. It will be an open game, but again, they don't often not score goals. So that's the slight worry most Arsenal fans will probably have today.
I think the chances are, if you look at those numbers, but chances are both teams will score. Hopefully, we're going to outscore them.
But I guess the way you could look at it a different way. You could look at it like, Cole Palmer's not playing tonight. He might have played in that game if it was in its original, original time spot. Right, let's get a key man for us, and we saw him scoring in the reverse fixture.
It's got to be Declan Rice. He's got Thomas Partey back tonight, so that's a really interesting call. We covered that in team news, but this is the midfield we've all wanted to see. Rice, Partey, Ødegaard, and Rice has got to sort of dominate that engine room. It's Chelsea's strongest area. Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez and Gallagher. So we need a really big performance. Obviously, he was released by Chelsea as a kid. I think this is the kind of game that will really get Declan going.
Who's going to, out of Partey and Rice, who's going to sit more?
I think Partey will sit. I think Partey will sit deeper and Declan will play on the left and Ødegaard on the right. But the good thing about it is they can just switch, can't they? If Thomas wants to go and have a run, Declan can just slide across and sit there, can't he? So that's the beauty of that partnership. And I think tonight feels like the right moment to drop in Thomas Partey. But Declan Rice, we need him fit. I think Jorginho maybe would struggle to be effective tonight and Sunday. So now if Thomas has a blinder, probably plays Sunday. If he doesn't, Jorginho comes in and is a little bit fresher. So I think it works on a number of levels, provided we obviously win the game tonight and Thomas performs.
And the midfield areas where your key jewel is as well.
Yeah, I'm going with that. I'm going with Partey and Enzo Fernandez. Now, Enzo Fernandez, he's not worth the money. He's not worth the money. It was obviously a record fee. You sometimes look at him and you think, what do? You score? You don't score that many, you don't assist that many. No, but you don't you? He's like a good player, but you think, well, why did they spend all that money on him? But doesn't mean he can't hurt us tonight. He's got a very good eye for a pass. You saw some through balls at Wembley against City in the Cup semi-final. I think he's 5th in the Premier League for the most successful through balls, and they've got good pace. Jackson, obviously Mudryk and Madueke. So Enzo has to be squashed tonight, and hopefully Thomas can do that.
Yeah, I know. Of course, originally you were going to pick Cole Palmer as your danger man, so he doesn't play tonight.
Yeah, he scored a third of their goals this season. I mean, the percentages on Cole Palmer, in every department, he's top by miles for Chelsea. So it's like, it's like us going into the game with no Saliba and no Saka. No Saliba, no Saka. He is 2 players. He's worth 2 players to Chelsea. So hopefully we can capitalise.
So I'm putting you on the spot a little bit here. Who do we need to keep quiet tonight? Who could turn the game for them, in your opinion?
I'm not massively worried about any of it. But it's Jackson because everyone's talking about Jackson being this bad player, being this player that misses chances. it worries me that on the counter they'll slip him in, and he won't miss tonight. That's what worries me, because he's not an awful player, but he does waste a lot of opportunities. He might have a good night tonight. He might shove the critics' words down their throats tonight. That's what concerns me. But hopefully, most of this game will be played in Chelsea's half, and we absolutely tear them to pieces. That's the aim of the game.
Yeah, right. Let's have a look at a stat trick then, as the Pires go off behind us.
Yeah, nice. Look, Pochettino, this is nice. Let's hope we haven't jinxed it. Pochettino's never won a Premier League game here at Emirates Stadium. We lost our first evening kickoff against Chelsea in '93, but I remember beating in 11 night games against them since. And Cole Palmer obviously not playing tonight. He's the penalty king, isn't he? 9 out of 9 this season. Yeah, he's the best penalty taker in the league. So look, let's hope we don't give a pen away. But yeah, there's 2 guys who definitely
They're queuing up.
yeah. Let's see if they fancy it tonight. But yeah, look, I'm really looking forward to the game. I think it'll be more open than Chelsea v City. I think there'll be goals, and I'm confident we can outscore Chelsea. That back four of Gilchrist, Badiashile, Disasi, and Cucurella, that is a back four we can absolutely rip apart if we're on it and we play at a high tempo. Yeah. So let's go and do it.
Right, let's quickly have a look at the FPL between us two and Dan Rowe, but I'm last. There's no point doing this anymore, is there? It's shocking. I mean, 441st.
It's embarrassing. Yeah, I've got to say. But yeah, look, I'm looking for a top 10 finish. Yeah.
Terrible.
Here we go.
Right, the players on their way out here at Emirates Stadium. Clarke, thank you very much. Back with me at half-time. Thank you to our studio audience as well. But right now, here at Emirates Stadium, it is Arsenal against Chelsea. It's under the lights. The pyro's going off. And I'm going to hand you over to David Hillier. But first, Dan Roebuck.
Woo! Thanks to Nick and to AD and to all the gang upstairs. Arsenal start the week top of the league, of course, and now have the